Hey guys, back in another video, and welcome to episode 1 of Maychael Bay Month, where we will be talking about, let's be honest, one of his best. Because why not just start with a good one? He's done a lot of shit. Transformers 1. Let's be honest, we all were hyped for this movie. We all love this movie. Anyone who doesn't love the first Transformers, I would actually be honest to know what you actually thought of this. Because it wasn't until later sequels that he started to get stupid with them. This one, moving on from that. Transformers, a cartoon turned into a live-action movie franchise that turned to shit after like 2 movies. But let's focus on the good one, shall we? Sam Witwicky, a very outcasted person, never seen that before in a movie, goes with his father to buy him a car because he got straight A's in college or high school, whatever. Very understandable, actually, that he would get a car. He runs into a car that seems to fit him well, but is out of his cheap-ass father's price range. And so why? We all know this movie. I don't need to explain this movie. Let me explain why I love this movie. Optimus Prime's voice. I love it. This voice is up there with Keith David, who voices Spawn and Goliath from Gargoyles. For all I know, it could be the same guy. Bumblebee, he was a great character. You got what he wanted to say without him actually talking. My personal favorite, Ironhide. I love that guy. I love that Autobot. The Decepticons, even though you didn't know most of the names except for Starscream and Megatron, they were pretty enjoyable. Even the police car in the first fight, that's what really would hook people, in my opinion, hook people into that movie. Because originally it was just Sam interacting with Michaela and all that bull kind of thing. Then came that first fight with Bumblebee and that rogue police car of Decepticon, which is where the action really just kicked up, and that's where I really got into this. Plus, you get into that arriving to Earth theme, that arrival to Earth scene is one of the best parts of that movie. There's a lot of good things about Transformers 1, but the arrival to Earth for the Autobots has got to go down as one of the better, at least top 10 best scenes in that movie. One thing I did not like is killing off Jazz, I guess. As a kid, and I saw this when it first came out on DVD in 2007, I believe. Still 2007. And I was mad that they killed off Jazz in the first movie. I thought he would at least last the second one. And here's what I keep thinking. These things are robots. They are able to be repaired. And I get this mainly because I saw that one short from Robot Chicken and it just looked at me thinking, oh yeah, these things are robots. They're not people. They're not animals. They're not living creatures with blood that are where it's liable for them to live. A robot can just be put back together. Maybe I'm reading too much into this, but that's one of the weird plot points I saw. I will admit I laughed a lot as a kid when I saw the Transformers, without Transformers, try to hide from Sam's parents. I won't lie, I still to this day like the couple of Michaela and Sam. I remember they said something about why she left him in Transformers Dark Moon, but I'll say that for a later episode, because I'm going to talk about all these Transformers movies in this month. I like that couple, and I'm mad that they kind of got canned after 2 movies, because I don't like the actors that replaced Sam and Sam's love girlfriend in the later movies. She's not bad. I just preferred Michaela. One thing that all Maychael Bay movies through this franchise had was the women over crazy sexualized, mainly with Michaela doing that freaking car thing where the sun glistening down her freaking backside. We don't worry about that. We worry about what really brought us to Transformers. The awesome freaking action. That movie had plenty of it. Mainly, of course, in the finale where they find the Allspark. With the battle with Megatron in that city. I'll just say this. Who the paid for that, man? Who the paid for all that repairs done to that city. I'll also say this: I like the scenes in Sector 7. I like the what was his name? I don't know, but the guy that was with the agent who was hacking into that device. That was also one of my favorite like comedy scenes when the FBI break into the guy's house and his cousin's running and he gets speared into the pool. It still to this day makes me laugh. Over 10 years later, it still makes me laugh. And that whole scene is just freaking hilarious. I'm positive everyone has at least seen this movie once. If you haven't seen this movie, I'm really shocked that you haven't seen this, actually. That'd be shocking. I would love to meet someone or just know a person who has not watched this movie at least once. Because even bad movies, the bad Transformers movies, were seen by people. They had an audience. Because I hate the guy, I hate his movies, but Michael Bay does good promotion with especially with Transformers. And I'll admit to this. I knew about Linkin Park back when I was a kid, but this is the movie that really made me a fan of Linkin Park. And yes, I know about the lead singer committing. It's sad. Did he commit suicide or did he just die? I don't know. It's sad, but yeah, this is the movie that got me into that song, "What I've Become." And if you watch the original music video to that, it is a very emotional music video. It's the same thing with Off Topic from Transformers. Same thing with the Scripts Superhero. That's a good song, but if you watch the music video, I don't lie, the first time I saw the music video, I actually cried. Because it's so heartfelt, man. It's so heartfelt. I won't go into it because that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Transformers. Truly, what else is there to say except also that Spielberg, of course, was in on this movie. A lot of Spielberg stuff has been golden. That's why this is what's a classic. Look at all the stuff Spielberg's directed, man. Look at all his stuff. Jurassic Park, what's he Back to the Future? I believe so. E.T., which is a creepy looking son of a... Jaws. I like Jaws, but I was first introduced to that movie and the sequel. Why do I get into... Somebody talking about Transformers. Let's see, more characters. The Secret 7 agent, I can't think of his name because I don't think they really gave him one. If they did, I don't remember. I won't lie, I bought this movie months ago. I think very early into this year. And I have never watched it. In fact, off topic, because you know I do that. Let's see. I bought this, again, early in this year. It's Ghostbusters 2016, the one with the females. Haven't watched it, even though I watched it in theaters. Remember the movie I did about the video I did about showing you this? Still haven't watched this movie. Let's see. I got Rambo First Blood, which I have seen before, but I haven't watched the DVD version I have. Here we go. Here's something fun. Same thing I showed you with Shazam. I showed you that I have Aliens collection. I've seen Alien. I've saw Aliens. I've yet to see 3 and Resurrection because I hear that those two are the bad ones, mainly Resurrection. But you gotta see the bad to appreciate the good. That's what I say. That and I didn't show you this because I didn't do. No, I did do a video on this. I'm still yet to watch season 2 of Titans, which I am truly excited to watch. Because I won't lie, off topic of Transformers completely with season 1 of Titans, when I watched the last episode where Robin was basically in his mind because of Trigon, I was on the edge of my seat wondering, is Robin going to be able to figure out that this is all in his head? Is this all fake or is this real? Because the ending where he actually gives in to the darkness of Trigon's power. Oh, man. And I'll admit, the amount of willpower I had to not watch the clips of this on YouTube were incredible. It's like what I do with How to Train Your Dragon 3. I haven't seen that movie yet, even though I really want to. Of course, I've seen the ending in a clips a few times on YouTube, but I haven't watched the full movie because here's the thing with me. But when it comes to movies I want to see that I get on DVD, when I have already heard like critics talk about them and stuff like that, How to Train Your Dragon 3 has been basked in as probably the greatest one of the trilogy, which I'm gonna still say the first one's the best. Romantic-wise, Hickstrid, yes, this one will probably be the best because it has the wedding we've all been waiting for. And Zephyr and Nothing, who are adorable little kids. God, I hate that I say that and I sound freaking creepy. I don't mean it like that. But with, this is a mini review since I have nothing left to say but with Transformers. Since this movie is freaking awesome. Compared to every other Transformers movie, this is perfect, man. This is what you would want to see in a live-action Transformers movie based on that 80s cartoon. Based on any... Yeah, because... Yeah, any other animated Transformers movie or cartoon never existed. This was the first one that in the Transformers movie that came out in the 90s. So yeah, I have nothing left to say except this is an awesome movie, and if you've not seen it, how? And go watch it. This is a fucking awesome movie. On to this. Just a little mini thing with the 4 minutes I have left on this thing. I remember when this movie was first announced, and the biggest bullshit that went on with this movie is the fans. Of course, I've talked about fan bases once before. As an excuse cringe of the month. Ghostbusters. Fun fact about this: I saw this in theaters the same day I watched the first Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2 on my TV, on my DVR, on my recorded DVR kind of thing. And also, the biggest bolt I had with this was the fans saying this: if you like this movie, you're betraying the first one. If you don't like it, you're sexist. That's what I basically heard all the time in 2016 when this movie was announced. Here's my thing. Why can't we just enjoy a movie anymore? Even with what I do with these, what I'm doing now with Maychael Bay Month, where I'm criticizing and reviewing these, even with Nostalgia Critic and all that crap. I love watching reviews, but here's the thing. Why does it always have to be... Why does it always have to be this? Why do we always have to binge into it? Yes, it's fun to do, but it kind of ruins what a movie is supposed to do. Not just like with cartoons back in the 90s and 80s where the purpose was kind of to sell toys. Movies are meant just to entertain you. Yet, we always insult them. We always criticize stuff. We always judge it. And I'm a hypocrite for saying this because I do the same thing with so much crap, but it's weird. It's weird. No, I'm not just the only hypocrite. The people who said this first season was crap based on a trailer, and I did 2 videos on Titans after the trailer, and I stood by what I said. This was a good show, and how shocking. When people actually watched the show, they liked it. Maybe not everybody, but it definitely went up after the freaking trailer. So all I'm saying is this: why can't we just enjoy a movie anymore? Why does everything have to be critiqued? I know it's fun for some people like me. I like doing this, but I don't know. That's just something I wanted to get off my chest. You're not sexist if you hate a movie like the Ghostbusters 2016. You're not being sexist against it. You just don't like the movie. And if you like the movie like me, you're not betraying the first one since I love the original Ghostbusters. I have a shirt. I don't know where the hell it is, but I have an original Ghostbusters shirt of the ghost posing. I've watched the Ghostbusters, the real Ghostbusters cartoon. I have nothing against I have nothing against it. I don't compare it because it's not supposed to be like a sequel. I don't think it is, at least. It's supposed to be like a sequel to Ghostbusters in the 80s. It's just supposed to be its own Ghostbusters. And plus, we already have... I don't know if it's out yet, but got Ghostbusters 3. Freaking finally. But, yeah, back to this, which was the main point with the few seconds I have left. What can I say? This movie is definitely more than meets the eye. Yes, I had to do that. Screw you.